Welcome, lords and ladies, back to the realm. I am your humble host, the Goat King, and today, fresh off the press, we have the Starfinder 2nd Edition playtest rules. Lashuntas evolve psychic abilities in a unique dimorphism that help them survive on their homeworld of Castravel. Lashuntas manipulate their own genetics at puberty, allowing each individual to develop into an enhanced scholar or warrior. Though not every Lashunta commits to these traditional choices. 6 HP, I think all the previous ones have been 8. Limited telepathy. They're the same as the Barathu. Let's see what their heritages are. Damaya Lashunta. You've chosen the adaptive genetics that lead to becoming a Damaya. You may be taller than other Lashuntas, and are likely encouraged to pursue work as a scholar or politician. You gain an attribute boost to intelligence and a flaw to constitution, and your free ancestry boost cannot also be intelligence. You gain the trained proficiency in diplomacy. If you would automatically become trained, yada yada, you get another skill of your choice, and you gain the additional lore feat. Karasha Lashunta. You've chosen the adaptive genetics that lead to becoming a Karasha. You may be shorter than other Lashuntas and would likely excel as a warrior or explorer. You gain an attribute boost to strength and a flaw to wisdom, and your free one can't be strength. You gain 8 hit points instead of 6, and a +1 bonus to athletics checks to shove or trip. Unbound Lashunta. You decided against activating your ancestry's adaptive genetics, and you might show a combination of Damaya and Karasha traits. You may be tall and muscular, small and lithe, or have unusual features such as bumps and swirls covering your entire body, or long, fuzzy antennae. You gain the Unbound Mind reaction. Triggered when you attempt a saving throw against a mental effect, but haven't rolled yet. You refuse to conform to the will of others, shaking off their attempts to control you with sheer determination. You gain a +1 circumstance bonus to saving throws on the triggering save, and other saves against mental effects until the start of your next turn. Distant Telepath. This is the first one that can upgrade their limited telepathy. Whether through training or innate talent, you've expanded the range at which you can telepathically communicate. Increase the range of your limited telepathy by 15 feet. Sensitive Antennae. Your antennae are covered in fine hairs, making them more sensitive to psychic vibrations than most. You gain Thought Sense as a vague sense with a range of 30 feet. This means you can use your antennae to determine if a creature is within range. Your Thought Sense detects only thinking creatures, so a creature that is unthinking or otherwise immune to mental effects can't be perceived using your Thought Sense. This does not give you the ability to read or understand their thoughts, and it becomes imprecise at 9th level. Thought-Bonded Companion. You have an animal companion as a prerequisite. You forge a telepathic bond with your animal companion, allowing you to sense its emotions and presence. Your animal companion can empathically communicate with you as long as it's within 1 mile of you, sharing emotions. Additionally, as long as your animal companion is within 100 feet of you, you know its location and it knows your location. This doesn't give either of you knowledge of one another's surroundings. Merge Senses, as an upgrade to Thought-Bonded Companion, allows you to see through your animal companion's senses, and losing access to your own senses while you're at it. Hypersensitive Antennae. Upgrade to Sensitive Antennae, enabling you to better pinpoint the location of thinking creatures. Your thought sense becomes a precise sense. Mental Deflection. You need to be expert in occultism and have a pool of focus points. A creature casts a spell with the mental trait as the trigger, and the requirement is you have at least 1 focus point. When a foe casts a spell that has the mental trait and you can see or otherwise detect its manifestations, you can use your psychic powers to disrupt it. Expend 1 focus point to counter the triggering creature's casting of the spell. You then attempt to counteract the triggering spell using your spellcasting counteract modifier. Thank you again for visiting the realm. I have been your humble host, the Goat King, and as always, travel with loyal companions.